we got to get to our schlong, which is about what's happening in Aurora.
Oh my
and I
God.
don't know if it's rural Aurora.
Rural Aurora.
It's in the heart of Aurora, which is part of Denver, right? Is it part of Denver?
Right.
Is
Isn't
it like
it?
a suburb of Denver?
Anybody here? Yeah, anybody here from that area?
I think it's a part of Denver, or like maybe like it's a Carmel to an Indianapolis kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's part of the, what do they say, the larger Denver metropolitan area?
There's got to be some Coloradans here.
Surely there will be.
Aurorans.
Okay, somebody's got family that lives there.
It's a suburb. It's a suburb of Denver.
All right. So we've got that right. So Venezuelan, you know how Kamala has like flown in a bunch of people from Venezuela? Like she's flown them in. She's allowed them to just walk across the border.
Actually, we've done that. We've flown them in because we are the ones who have provided the money to do that. So congratulations, everybody. You've flown these jackholes in. Right.
So that's been happening, and the Venezuelans that have been coming are gang members, which it's fantastic, right? Yeah. And they have decided, Aurora, for whatever reason, and perhaps it's because a lot of the flights and a lot of the Venezuelan, there was probably a pretty healthy Venezuelan population, immigrant population. Perhaps some of them were legal already in the Aurora area. And so Venezuelan illegals decided that's the place for us. So that's where they have set up camp, so to speak. And they've done it in a very, very illegal and menacing and terrifying way. One of the city council members of Aurora was on with Kayleigh McEnany to explain.
Well, what's going on here, Kayleigh, is exactly what it looks like. This gang has taken over several complexes in Aurora. Our mayor, Mike Kaufman, was on a program earlier on Fox this afternoon, and he said definitively 3 properties have been taken over by this gang. I do believe it's actually more than that, but this is what they're doing. They are patrolling these complexes with guns. They go in, they beat up the staff, they hold guns to their heads, staff flees. And as far as local law enforcement, I believe at this point that this is far beyond any one local law enforcement agency taking this on. And we need our state and federal partners to step in at this point.
So let me get this straight. Venezuelan gangs get to take over actual cities, right? But old women that tore the Capitol are in jail right now because they went there on J6. Like that's okay. So they get arrested just for like touring the Capitol.
Yeah. And apparently people that live in these apartment complexes have tried the police. They've tried the FBI. They've tried Homeland Security. As she said, none of them are doing anything. And so what the Venezuelan gangs are doing is just taking up more apartment buildings.
Yeah,
They're literally taking over.
Right.
And it's become so dangerous of an area that people who don't even live in these apartment buildings are now afraid to do simple things like take their kids to the park.
On with this like gang thing, because like literally I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm a mom. Some of my friends are moms too, and it's gotten so bad to the point we don't even want to take our kids to the park without being in a group. And even in a group, we have to make sure that someone has a taser. We have some type of like pepper spray. We have to have some type of protection. Me, I don't mess with guns. That's just personally me, because guns, they scare me. So it's just like, I don't know. We need to figure out something, because like, I'm not gonna lie, this is terrifying. And I understand they're coming here for a better life, but at the same time, is this life getting any better when you're bringing what was there here?
Yeah,
I don't know. We need to figure something out, because literally me and my son are too scared to even go to a playground.
Yeah,
and that's not right.
Yeah, and a taser's not going to help you, honey. No,
but I would not leave my home. Like if I were in that area, or I'd be leaving that city and getting the flock out.
I'd be leaving too. But I mean, if you had to leave, I'd be strapped. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Like what?
You have to be.
Yeah. There's no.
And this isn't America, you guys. This is freaking in America.
This is in Colorado.
That a city's been taken over. Right. What in the world?
In beautiful Colorado. This is what's happening in Colorado. And then you got Kamala and Tim. They weren't asked about that last night. Nobody, Dana didn't. In her 26-minute in-depth interview for the very first time.
Live and unedited.
Yeah, totally unedited. She didn't ask about that. I mean, did she even ask about, well, immigration was like barely touched on, was it? I don't even remember. Did she ask about
Yeah, we played one of the, And she blamed Trump for it.
Oh, that's right. She blamed Trump for that. That's right. She blamed Trump for flying them in and sending them to Aurora. That's right. It's Trump's fault that this has happened. Right. I mean, you guys, this is absurd. It's completely absurd. This has never happened in our country before. And everybody should be completely terrified by this. If it can happen there, it can happen everywhere. And it will happen everywhere because there are like 15 to 20 million illegals running around in the country right now. And there's going to be more.
Gangs can like figure out other cities to just take over like this when they know that there's no repercussions. This is like something, honestly, the military should be like, we're busting into these apartments and we're freaking taking all of you suckers and we're throwing you in jail.
And why aren't they? And why?
I don't know. But like, if you think about it, they're like taking the money from the landlords. The landlords are then like, okay, well, I don't own a building anymore, I guess. And they have no recourse. Like, that's amazing to me that they can't get their case heard by anyone that will do something about it.
Well, it's and the only thing that my brain goes directly to, it's on purpose. It's on purpose.
Did want to show off
the
coziest.
Look how soft.
Snuggliest.
It's very, and I love the color. This color is amazing. I love this color. Yeah.
It is glorious. So it's hard to believe, but come this weekend, we're in September. And you know what that means? That means fall. That means fall. Like, how is this even happening?
Still 100 degrees in Texas, but I'll get to that eventually.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be 94 in Indy today. And yet I'm a little chilly right now. So I'm wearing this right now. It'll probably come off mid-show when I get ramped up and ranting about whatever we're talking about today. But for now, it feels very, very cozy. It's part of their Sherpa line, which is back. They actually have this in like a really cute wheat, creamy color, which I have, which I love. They have black. But this is like one of their limited styles. So if this is something that appeals to you, and by the way, it's got the little pocket here. It's got the 2 pockets in front.
And it has a little American flag on it.
Yeah, and the Grunt Style and the American flag. It's just so cute. I love this. They have tons of stuff in their outerwear line. You just need to go to gruntstyle.com, gruntstyle.com. First-time customers, when you use the code CHICKS, CHICKS15, you'll get 15% off of your order. Returning customers, when you use code CHICKS10, you still get 10%. So they have something for everyone. And if you're looking to, bulk up your fall outerwear collection, they have these and so much more at gruntstyle.com.
The whole point of the government is to keep us safe. That's their main purpose, you guys.
That's have one job.
Yeah, they do. They have one job. That's their job. Their job is to keep us safe. That they're not keeping these people safe.
No,
I mean, those people in Aurora, that woman that you just saw with their children, she's not safe. She doesn't feel safe. They're not doing their job.
There's another woman you're about to hear from whose friends are fleeing that area. They lived there and now they're getting out. And it's not just because of the takeover of the apartment buildings. It's because of the robberies of gun stores and jewelry stores, which is also, I mean, watch.
Keeping up with what's going on in Denver, Aurora, Colorado. I have friends there, actually, that are leaving. They hightailed it out of there. They're not taking the chance to see if it gets better. It only took 2 apartment complexes and 3 gun stores getting robbed and jewelry stores by these Venezuelan gangs who have now paired up with MS-13. And they're gone. They're not waiting around. The cops couldn't do anything. The FBI couldn't do anything. Homeland Security didn't do anything.
Are you kidding?
One of the complexes was taken back and condemned because it's inhabitable.
Oh my God.
And the people, the Venezuelan gang, was collecting money, the rent money, for the landlord, but not giving it to him. And there was nothing he could do about it. They just took over. Those are your sanctuary cities that you love so much.
Yep.
And you're mad at us, patriots, who are like, close the damn border.
Mm-hmm.
They did rob 3 gun stores. And a couple jewelry stores. And now the new thing is they're dressed up like Amazon workers and they're doing home invasions.
Oh my God.
So guys, be very careful, because the closer we get to this election, if you're expecting an Amazon delivery, just leave it outside for a little bit. And if you have to open the door, really check your surroundings, because they're bum rushing the doors. Just be very, 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 very careful. Dangerous times, guys. It's bad.
First of all, I never open the door for an Amazon
I don't
delivery
either. Ever.
So don't do that, especially women out there. Don't do that. Don't open doors for these people. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Yeah, and listen,
right here. And crime is down though. Don't worry, crime is down. It's fine.
The FBI can't handle this. The FBI, get the National Guard in there. Like seriously, get American citizens out of there and drop a freaking bomb on these places. Was that too much violence? Was that too much?
Well, listen, the FBI is very, very busy trying to put people in jail who are praying outside of abortion clinics.
That's right. They
got
have
their hands full.
They are super busy. You're right. They got to put all these terrorist right wingers in jail.
And then to cap it all off, there's also this new phenomenon. This is in California, but just wait. This is coming to a city near you. Watch your bus stops, folks, because this happened in California.
There have been 2 migrant encounters in the past 2 days involving school buses and young children here at Hamul Dazura USD. Now, no one was injured and all students are safe, but parents are angry.
Your initial shock is you're helpless.
It's practice night for Nicole Cardinale and her son Apollo. It's the ordinary, but their morning certainly wasn't.
20 illegal migrants tried to get on the bus today at one of our bus stops.
Hours earlier, she got this email letting Nicole know her 8-year-old son was aboard his school bus heading to Hamul Elementary when all of a sudden...
Really confused. He said these adults, they weren't kids. He said, but they had backpacks on, Mom, and they tried to get on our bus. He said, and there was a lot of them.
The district confirmed 20 migrants tried to board the bus Wednesday morning when it stopped to pick up students here along its B route. That's when parents and the driver stepped in, keeping the migrants at bay.
It was definitely really scary.
It also happened Tuesday along Route A, shown here in orange near State Route 94. 3 men walked along the highway trying to stop the bus to, quote, go around their group.
I mean...
Well, and I saw a news article this morning. It was like a follow-up to this saying, oh, but, the police and people, law enforcement said they didn't do anything wrong. These people weren't doing anything wrong. They just mistakenly tried to get on the bus. And I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me with this. Yeah.
Who said that?
It was just some news outlet. I was doing a search for it this morning and I saw one. I should have gotten the name of what news outlet it was, but they were like, and then they determined that these people weren't doing anything wrong. You were trying to get on a school bus full of children. Like,
oh my God.
That's wrong. That's wrong.